everyone, and welcome back to part 4 of our video lesson 3, Choice as a Tool for Autonomy. This is the final part of our video lesson. Don't cry, please don't. Okay, so in the third part, we talked about the importance of offering our students choice as a tool for autonomy. So we talked about task choice, product choice, base choice, and topic choice. Now, these choices we give our students allow them to not only be listened to, but also participate in the decision making in the lessons and also in their own learning process. So that's why it's a tool for autonomy. Now, in this part or this final part of the video lesson, I'll give you the final considerations and also I'll offer you an opportunity for reflection in relation to what we've seen so far. Also, I'll give you some readings that will allow you to go beyond what we've talked here and what we talked about here, and also you can do your own research on the topic and try out different ideas if necessary. Okay, well, let it go, let it go. I ended the last video by talking about the motto of our video lesson. Let it go, let go of control, excessive control. Of course, we need to set boundaries, we need to have limits because that's what students expect as well. However, we should also let go of excessive control. Allow our students to be part of the lesson, to be actually active participants in the decision making throughout the whole process of the lesson, of our teaching and of their learning, so that they become more autonomous learners, more independent learners. That's the motto of our session. And we talked about what autonomy is and how it runs alongside with control and the levels of control we may have and how they affect and impact the classroom. We also talked about important ideas on how to foster autonomy in the lessons through choice. And I'd like to propose a final task to you. How can you apply everything you've seen here so far tomorrow? I wanted to think of an activity you were going to deliver next week. And I want you to propose text choices to your students, right? So how different can students do the same activity and how suitable their choice is going to be for the type of task they choose. Okay, so I want you to try to think of 2 or 3 choices that you will give your students. If you think 3 choices are too much for now, and you would like to offer only 2 choices, no problem. But as long as you try it out, as long as you make an effort to offer your students choices, at least 2, right? You are on the right path to offering more choices in the future, in the long run, okay? Think of a project and the product choices you would offer your students. So you may have a project in a specific group next week. What kind of product choices would you offer? So for example, let's suppose the project is about producing a cardboard presentation, but you can also offer your students the opportunity of creating a slide on the a presentation on a slide, or a presentation in the shape of an infograph, something like that. So I mean, offer your students different ways of not ways, but different outcomes for the project. Okay, and of a reading text that you are going to need to have this week. How can you offer topic choices? How can you have your students decide on the topic of this reading text or impact on the topic of this reading text? Okay, so these are some tasks, reflection tests, of course, for you to try out during this week, and let me know how they went, right? And if they worked with your groups, okay? Now, if you want more information on the topic of choice for autonomy, please take a look at this list of readings. And well, you have the QR code over there. Open it up and enjoy, okay? The more we read, the more we reflect, the more we associate with our own realities, okay? So go for it. And last but not least, please tell us your opinion about this video lesson, how effective it was, how uh, how real life like it is, how important and relevant it was to your teaching and also to students' learning. Okay, let me know. Please fill out the satisfaction survey. I thank you so much for being here throughout this video lesson. It was a pleasure talking to you about autonomy and about offering our students the opportunity of being independent learners. That's we as teachers and also parents, that's what we should aim for, because we know they're not going to have us forever, and they need to start walking by themselves and choosing the best choices by themselves. How can we do that? Just by allowing them to start practicing decision making, problem solving, uh, in terms of their own learning and their own lives. So let's foster autonomy. And once again, let it go, let it go. Bye, guys. Kisses.